Good.
All right. Hey everybody, this is Steve Ryan, Spring Edition, and we are in the midst of it. How's practice going, Brent? By the way, I'm joined by Brent Qualley, sophomore offensive guard, maybe the tallest guard in the country. But how's practice been going?
Practice has been going really good. Our new offense is starting to click really good, and we're going at a high intensity and just trying to get ready for fall.
People talk about their biggest adjustments when you're switching offensive coordinators. The playbook might be a little different. The verbiage is sometimes the biggest challenge. What has been the biggest challenge in making that kind of transformation?
Just getting the new terminology down. I mean, in meetings we go over it all the time. Our coaches have done a great job preparing us. It's starting to really click now and starting to, really come together and have ourselves a good offense.
On the terminology, is it as sometimes as simple as in the old offense they said cat, in the new offense we say dog?
There is it is simplified quite a bit, and it just makes it easier for everyone to just have simple calls and make simple reads and just execute. All
right, well, for anybody who doesn't know, this is your questions for the Husker players, and we're going to start off with Kirk in Harvest, Alabama. All right, who are the three toughest DTs on the Husker defense for you to block, and why?
I would have to go with Jared Crick, obviously, Baker, Steinkuhler, and Terrence Moore, just because they've had experience. They're veteran college players, and they're all strong. They're all fast. They're all premier D tackles.
What do they? Is it quickness? Is it quickness off the line? Is it just pure strength? What is it?
It's, everything. They're fast. They're strong. They're the top D linemen that you will see in the country.
All right. Next question is from Brian in Omaha. What is your impression of the new coaches? And obviously, you don't get a huge transformation as far as the coaches, but John Garrison is coaching. I think he might be coaching the interior line, and of course, Brendan Sties an intern. What's the relationship been like with those guys?
We've always been close with Garrison, the guys who have been here for a couple of years, just because of his GA and stuff and working with us. And Coach Sties, he's come in and he's helped a bunch already, and they're both great coaches, and we're very fortunate to have them both here, along with Coach Cotton.
And the next question is from Chuck in Indianapolis. As a freshman, it appears you were ready to start, and then the injury. It appears that you may not have come back in exactly the same spot you left. Do you feel that the injury slowed your development some, and where do you feel you are at now?
I think the injury actually might have been a good thing, just to get a year of experience. And I was always a right guard. And Ricky was hurt that fall camp before when I came in and stepped up and was working with the ones and twos. So, no, I don't think it slowed me down any, but if anything, I think it's given me another year of experience. So it actually could have been, a blessing in disguise. So,
what did you learn? What was the most that you learned from Ricky, playing behind him and just working with him?
Just how to, come off the ball and hit, and the speed of college, and just, little not little tricks, but
why not?
You just it's gotta be a different mindset. And I think Ricky, instilled that you gotta be a tough son of a gun to play offensive line, and you gotta hit people every play, and you can't back down from anything.
Now, I'm thinking tough at Ricky's size, that's formidable. At your size, though, did he ever get on you and say, come on, play, get in there, get more intense? Was he just a constant voice in your ear about get more intense?
Yeah, he was always, in a positive way.
Right.
Like he was a great leader. He helped me out a ton. And I was fortunate to have Hickman here when he was still here, center my freshman year, and Ricky, and those guys definitely taught me a lot of stuff along with all the coaches. But they gave me help from a player's point of view too.
All right. Next question is from Sam in Kansas City. What are the advantages and disadvantages playing guard at 6'7"? Wait a minute. Officially, are you still 6'7"?
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah,
okay.
6'7".
Okay.
Some of the disadvantages, you're playing. Sometimes you're going to play a 6'1" D tackle who's a short little squatty guy, so you got to really stay low and get under him. And some of the advantages, I would say, is that you can see everything. I can get down the stance and look everywhere, and but definitely a disadvantage is going against the short, little, stocky guys.
Low man wins, right?
Yeah, always. So.
That's pretty daunting at your size.
Yep, you just got to come off the ball and get your hands on them and move them.
Do they ever look at you when they get down face to face, face guard to face guard, and they just look at the size of you and they're just like, do you ever see them get big-eyed?
No, I mean, I'm always looking around. I never look, like, you look at your guy, but you always got to be aware too. So I'm always watching to see what linebackers, safeties. You got to be aware of what everyone's doing, otherwise you're probably going to get beat. So
that's a good point. Waynesville, Missouri. Don in Waynesville, Missouri. Did fellow North Dakotan Darren Erstad have any influence on you choosing NU?
No.
Did you even know who he was?
No, I know everyone in North Dakota knows who Darren Erstad is.
Of course,
but,
North Dakota.
I mean, after I committed and I was on my official visit against Colorado a couple of years ago, he showed up and said hi and introduced himself, and now it's kind of cool running into him. Now that he's the hitting coach here, it's kind of cool to run into him every once in a while, and we kind of just say hi and see how everything's going, so it's kind of cool with Darren.
Is he really an icon in North Dakota?
Oh, yeah, he's a star.
A star, all right. Next question is from Jim in Iowa City, Iowa. Brent, I went to Minot Ryan in the late 60s. Do you know what he's talking about? Okay. I guess that says I'm really old. We've had a lot of highly recruited linemen come in the last couple of years, including this year's class. What's the competition like for the top spots for the O-line, and how's the depth starting to look?
Everyone's competing against everyone, but I can't really say anything about depth chart because it's spring and people are hurt, and it's just about getting about the team getting better. But spring is more about getting yourself better so that when it comes fall, the team's clicking.
Okay, now we got let me see, Pepe in Tomah, Wisconsin. Brent, a lot has been made about how much passion Coach Bo has, but who is the vocal player leader on the team from your perspective?
Definitely all of our seniors. It's been really, like Tyler Legate has really stepped up. Ben Cotton, I guess, is a junior, but, everyone's starting to step up, and it's the offense, I know, from the offensive side that we're all coming together, and it's becoming a unit now. I mean, we're coming a tightly grouped unit.
Is there chemistry that you can feel that's similar to last year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're all really close. We all like each other.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a good start. And, we're all just really clicking, and it's been a great spring so far, and I hope to continue it into the fall.
Kevin in Pensacola, Florida. Of all the offensive linemen, who would you say eats the most?
I got to put myself up there in the top three at least.
Top three, but do you rank number one?
No, I'd go with probably Spencer Long.
Really?
He can eat a ton, and Cole Penzick. Cole can eat a lot too.
Really?
Yeah.
And he's not, but of course he's not 6'5", 6'6".
No, he's only like 6'1", but he's got to put it away, keep his weight up. So everyone can eat a ton, but I definitely put us in the top three.
But you're in the top three. Harder. Oh, I'm sure he can put it away.
Can put it away.
Last question is, what is your favorite play run by the Nebraska offense to block for?
Definitely one of our new G option plays. I get to pull in it.
Of course.
Anything that I'm pulling in, it's a fun play because you get to go ram someone. So.
Nothing changes with this position in that if you get a chance to pull, that's the best chance
an offensive lineman's, best play is to, pull out and try and knock someone's head off. That's the goal when you pull. So, as long as you're getting on people and getting your head on them, and running them, blocking them wherever they want to go, you're good to go.
Do you ever get a DB?
So not very often.
Linebackers?
Linebackers, yeah. And D linemen if we're pulling, running.
But they're still 210, 220?
Yeah, they can put a good hit on though. Our linebackers can hit, so
But more often than not, they're not going to win a battle.
No. You just got to get big. Get big on them when you're an O-lineman.
I was going to ask you one other question about a true freshman, Tyler Moore. Came in a situation here. He's the reality is he's a true freshman. I know he's in the spring, but he looks the part. How have you measured his progress? Is his head kind of swimming in just the offense? Because this is a bear of an offense, even if it is simplified.
Well, we all had to learn the new offense, so he's in the same boat as all of us. He's got the same advantage as we do for the new offense because, it's totally new. But, he came in and he's working his butt off, and me personally, I think he's doing a great job. And I know our coaches are, thinking the same thing. He's definitely came in and he's put his mark on, our coaches already. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's battling, for some playing time this fall.
He doesn't strike me as a guy that has any problems fitting in.
No, he's just another normal guy. So, just another guy fitting in. That's the best part about it.
All right, well, I am here with Brent Qualley, going into a sophomore campaign with a Husker offensive line that looks to be new and improved, maybe a different offense, but we'll certainly be watching with bated breath. And don't get any taller. You get any taller than this, and they're going to have to move you to tackle.
I'm going to have to, I guess. We'll see what happens.
All right, thanks.
All right, thanks.